Hi guys and welcome back to Football Manager 2018 as AC Milan. The big ones here, home to Juventus. Juventus 5-4 favourites for this one. Actually, if we look at the league table just now, over here we are 1 and 2 in the league. We're 4 points behind them currently. We are 1 clear of Bologna in third. If we could win this one, we would start to actually break away with Juventus from the rest of the pack, which is obviously something we're interested in, but mainly we just want to beat Juve here. We need to take the confidence if we can beat Juve. It won't be easy though. So let's select the squad here. So Locatelli in for Zaniolato. We're also going to bring in Franck Kessie, I believe. They have a strong partnership now, which is good. Suso unfortunately can't play due to injury. Andre Silva will come back in for Kalinic. I think everybody else can pretty much carry on. I mean, there's a couple of good players. I mean, Antonelli and Abati haven't done anything wrong, but Calabria has been great, and Rodriguez has actually found some decent form. So this is what we're going to go with for the game against Juve. It's going to be Gianluigi Donnarumma, Musacchio, Bonucci, Romagnoli, Calabria, Rodriguez, Locatelli, Franck Kessie, Bonaventura, Çalhanoğlu and Andre Silva. So that is what we're going to do against Juve. We're going to attack them. We're going to be positive. We are at home here. We can't afford to sit back. They're going with a 4-2-3-1. They're not going to come here and try and play tactically against us. They're going to play their regular game and try and overpower us. So it should be an interesting match if nothing else. Let's see how it goes. And again, I've made that mistake of not giving the team talk, and I don't think you can go back, which kind of sucks. Let's just tell him to show some passion today. Higuain to Sami Khedira, now Douglas Costa, as Juventus come here to try and impose themselves on us. Khedira with his nice generic mohawk there. Khedira with his generic mohawk to send one in. It's actually going to be picked up by Rodriguez. We can hopefully get a break on here. What a terrible pass! Dybala can pick that up. Rodriguez flying in with a good challenge. It will come to Khedira though. Now Alexandro, Douglas Costa's got a bit of room. It goes to Douglas Costa. He's going to be able to send the ball across for Higuain to attack, and it goes. Romagnoli away, falls to Dybala, and Cuadrado puts it over the bar. But we should have had a break on there. It's a terrible pass from Rodriguez that cost us the chance to go and maybe score. But Juve dominating the ball here. We're unable to impose our game, which is interesting. If you played a possession-based tactic on Football Manager 2017, you basically dominated the ball. You could have been Peterhead going up against Barca, but you would have dominated possession with a possession-based tactic. So it's interesting to see that they're keeping the ball from us here with this high-pressing game. Locatelli now, good ball to Calabria, and we've played our way out there well. Bonaventura looks forward. It's not a good ball though. Chiellini can cut that out rather easily. Pjanic takes a touch, goes to Rugani. Rugani picking it up. Çalhanoğlu's nicked it. He's in. He shoots. He scores. Yes, go on, Çalhanoğlu. Praise, absolutely praise. The fans apparently are rushing to the front of the stand to congratulate him. It is 1-0 to AC Milan here over Juventus with our one shot. Locatelli and Calabria are both in the book, but we are going in to the break 1-0 up. Okay, passionately I'm pleased with how things are going. I could be a bit negative and warn them of getting complacent, but you know what, that was a great result, great half. Abate coming on for the booked Calabria, and we're just going to tell Locatelli to ease off his tacos a little bit, in the hopes that he doesn't get sent off. Last thing I want obviously is to blow this by getting a man sent off. Musacchio holding on to it, dinks it forward to Abate. That's a good ball. Abate holding it up there, mowed down by Alexandro, who wins it back for Juve, who are still playing the 4-2-3-1. Less dominant in possession now, Juve only 55%, as Higuain finds Dybala with the throw. Dybala scoops aimless one in. Musacchio away though, only as far as Alexandro, who beats his man, crosses it. Cuadrado's in there, away by Romagnoli, helped on by Kessie, but it will come back at us again. Pjanic now goes back to Rugani, who can change the angle for Hivides. Hivides can play it down the line for Cuadrado. Will he get onto the ball? He will indeed. Squares it for Higuain. Musacchio can't clear it, and Douglas Costa has cleared the bar. To say that this is a tense position to be in would be an understatement. Abate now to Kessie. Kessie round the corner to Bonaventura. Slips it forward to Andre Silva. Silva's got an option and Abate out wide. Abate really should have bust along there. Silva squares it. Bonaventura's in the middle and he scored. 50 minutes and 50 seconds. Bonaventura actually manages to score. He's been in that position right in the middle of the goal a couple of times this season and absolutely blew it. But there he makes no mistake as Matuidi and Bernardeschi come on. Rodriguez now with a throw. Frank Kessie nods it back to him. Rodriguez scoops it in, headed on. Silva's in there. It's a great stop by Buffon. Could have been 3. And we've only had 3 shots. Bernardeschi pings it forward for Matuidi. Unmarked, crosses it. Locatelli smashed that long. It'll be picked up by Rugani though. Rugani pings it forward. Bernardeschi picking it up now to Matuidi. We've got a man out wide in Alexandro. This doesn't look good. Sandro squares it for Higuain. Bonucci away. Those centre-backs have been an absolute rock there with those crosses. Çalhanoğlu forward to Andre Silva. Counter-attack is on. Silva playing it off the back of his own man. And Matuidi will get it back to Buffon, who can play it out to Hivides. I'll tell you what, the match engine's pretty good at showing his Juventus style here. They're knocking it about with a lot of flair. Cuadrado now, losing it to Rodriguez via magnet, as apparently. Andre Silva now, trying to work a space to shoot. He pings it out to Abate. Abate takes not a great touch, but he will keep the ball. Can he get the ball across here? Abate runs at Alexandro. The cross comes in, and it's hit the bar after a flap from Buffon. Just over 65 minutes gone now. Still 2-0 to Milan. Marchisio on for Khedira. As we move into the last 15. It's a long throw from Chiellini here. Cuadrado nods it on. Higuain and Bonucci manages to get it away against his old club. Wonderful work from the big man to deny them as we move into the last 10. I don't want to take anybody off. We'll take Rodriguez off for Antonelli, I suppose. Get some pace out wide. And there's 4 additional minutes. We're going to bring Bilia on for Locatelli now for a bit of a cameo. 2 left to go here in added time. We're way over the allotted added time now. Chiellini to take a long throw into the box, away by Abate, and it's over. It is over, and my God, what a result. Sensational. And look at those full-time ratings for Musacchio, Bonucci and Romagnoli. 7.5, 7.5 and 7.4. So many crosses put into the box, headed away by the big men. Beautiful result. Excellent play. Conte was watching Alexandro apparently. I would not mind if he signed for one of the English clubs and got him out of my league. But now we are 1 point behind Juve. 1 point. Magnificent. Absolutely magnificent. They've actually lost one more game than we have as well. We haven't lost since opening day. Just let that sink in a little bit. Opening day was the last time we lost. We're now 4 clear of Bologna in third, 4 clear of Fiorentina, 5 clear of Atalanta. We're now 7 clear of Udinese and Napoli, 8 of Inter, 9 clear of Sassuolo, Sampdoria and Roma, and 10 clear of Lazio. So a lot of those teams that we thought would maybe be challenging us for the Champions League spaces, we are miles ahead of them actually at this point. It's been shaky at times. At times we've not looked great. We've dropped silly points in a lot of games. But you know what? We've picked up some great wins. Win away at Napoli, point away at Roma, win at home there just now to Juve, one away at Sassuolo. We've had some damn good results actually. It's just a shame that we've had those couple of games like Crotone away and Verona away where we were leading and we couldn't hold it. Crotone, of course, we're down to 10 men, but Verona away we were 2-0 up at half time and we've blown that to draw 2 each. If we kept that 2-0 lead, we would be top of the league right now. But then I suppose if wishes were fishes and all that crap, if your aunt, if your aunt had balls, she'd be your uncle, that kind of thing. So Juve looking to bounce back, host Lazio. Fiorentina host Benevento, who've dropped off a bit since a magnificent start. Let's see how it goes. I expect 2 home wins, but let's see if we can get a bit of a surprise. Benevento in Florence, 2-1 victory. Who's seen that coming? Juventus bounced back and beat Lazio 2-0 as you'd expect, but Fiorentina with the loss. We should look at Jordan Henderson apparently. Let's have a look at him. He looks alright. The Italian Cup has drawn us against Verona, the team I was just ranting about there. Lazio have sacked their gaffer, Inzaghi, for losing away at Juve. That's a bit harsh if you ask me. Napoli lose away at Genoa. Shocker. Napoli are now 7 points behind us and we have a game in hand over them. Okay, so that's us officially into December. And Chiesa again getting player of the month. You know, we absolutely must sign him from Fiorentina. He's a must buy. Keeps getting player of the month. Let's see if we can't play this Spal game here. Hopefully we can get a victory over them. Continue our recent excellent form, which of course against Juventus got us the 2-0 victory. Brilliant performances actually all throughout the squad from that, but particularly the 3 centre backs. 3 absolute rocks back there. Let's see if this can be the perfect episode. If we can end it comfortably in second place and in a 2-way title race with Juve. Juve have another game now in the league. Okay, they're away at Crotone. Roma visit Torino. Maybe Crotone can toss us a bone here. I suspect Juve will just overpower them, but you never know. You never know. Apparently we're never going to know because it's not showing us. 4-0 to Juve and 1-0 to Roma, okay. Now Juve are a massive 7 points ahead of us, but we have 2 games in hand. I wonder who the hell scheduled this thing. I cannot rotate a team that beat Juve. Let's just go right back into it here. Strange formation actually from Spal. They're definitely not sitting in to try and defend here. They've got 1 protecting the centre backs here, but they're playing wingers essentially rather than fullbacks. Here's where Spal smashes about 4-0. Let's just encourage them. It's back to our normal game here. Spal 2013 kicking off. Back to Salomon, forward for Palosci, who takes it down. Musacchio though steps in, good play. Calabria now, not even a minute gone. If we can get the early goal, that would set us up nicely. Locatelli, Calabria looks to shape a cross. It's deflected away. Borriello will pick it up. A little isolated front. Kessie, magnificent. Plays it to Rodriguez. Rolls it through. Çalhanoğlu. Round the corner to Kessie now as we look to try and get forward. Kessie has an option in Bonaventura. Çalhanoğlu. Andre Silva got the overlap from Calabria. Can he find Frank Kessie with this cross at the back post? Takes his time. Drifts across. Rodriguez arrives. And Merritt can't keep her out. And it's a bit of a mess. But Rodriguez puts us ahead after a minute and a half. I'd like a really commanding victory today, just to really start to believe that the team's building some momentum. Momentum worthy of actually staying with Juve to the very end, even if we don't win. Silva to Rodriguez, can he get a brace for himself here? Nah, it's a poor effort. Easy for the keeper to catch. Only had 2 shots in the opening 20 minutes, both of them went to the left back. Corner now, Çalhanoğlu, as we look to double the lead here. I'd like a cushion. You never know at 1-0. Viviani taking his time, not giving many options. Can Çalhanoğlu pinch it? He certainly can. Bonaventura, square. No, the easy square ball was to Kessie. It goes forward to Borriello though. Palosci trying to make the run off the shoulder. Locatelli will pinch it back. Bonaventura for Andre Silva. Great ball actually. Silva will lose it, but it'll come back to Bonaventura. Can he angle it out to Rodriguez? He certainly can. Can he find Andre Silva in the middle? No, but he can find Calabria. And Calabria has scored. Both fullbacks have a goal, assisted by the other fullback. 25 minutes gone, 2-0 to Milan. It's all going according to plan now. Actually, for some reason, Andre Silva has the assist for Rodriguez's goal. Whatever. Calabria to Locatelli. Let's make it 3 before half time. Let's have some fun with this game. Calabria to Bonaventura. Not a brilliant ball, but Çalhanoğlu does get there first. Reverses it to Calabria. Rodriguez is in space. These fullbacks are having a great day. Rodriguez squares it, it deflects, and then the keeper kind of flaps at it. Look how empty that stadium is though. Ball's played deep. Frank Kessie to pick it up. Playing it back central. Musacchio thunders one, but it's easily blocked by Salomon. Calabria now continuing the pressure. This is exactly what I expect these games to look like, wave after wave. Calabria, Bonaventura now dinks it into Rodriguez at the back post. They still haven't learned their lesson, and Rodriguez puts it in. 2 for Rodriguez, 1 for Calabria. The fullbacks they cannot deal with, and that's exactly what I expected when I seen that they were playing midfielders out wide rather than fullbacks or wingbacks. So easy, 3-0. I'm very happy, can't say better than that. Zaniolato coming on for Locatelli now. Cotrone can come on for Silva. We're just going to leave it as is. Leave that third substitution. Cotrone kicking it back to Bonucci as we get underway. Romagnoli helps it on to Çalhanoğlu. We've only had 6 shots and 3 of them have went in. 50-50 on the possession, so clearly Spal haven't done that badly, but it's just looked like wave after wave of Milan attack. Calabria taking on his man. Decent defending, but he does get the cross in, and Cotrone hits the woodwork and then follows up his own rebounded shot. 4-0. Patrick Cotrone has scored, and it's a brilliant day for Milan. It's a brilliant episode. Probably the best, definitely the best episode of the series so far, you have to say. We've beaten Juventus, which obviously is the best achievement of the episode, of the series thus far. Pardon me. Montolivo comes on, he can have whatever the hell role he likes. Yeah, but managing to beat Juve and then going out in the next game and playing with a bit of swagger, to be honest. Let's not give away a goal now and blow the clean sheet. Come on. Viviani's delivery, headed away by Musacchio. Viviani now puts it in. It's another corner kick. Lazzari to take. My God, this is taking its time, isn't it? What to now? Romagnoli helps her away. Costa now. You wonder, is there actually going to be any action in this highlight? Are we going to nick this here? Go on, Bonaventura, take it. Okay, they're going a little jog. What the hell was that? Viviani's delivery, Romagnoli away. Çalhanoğlu will pick it up. Is there a heartbreaking fifth in this one for us? That's well intercepted. It's actually over the top. Palosci, if he was to square this, it's a certain goal. He squares it, it's a certain goal. It is. Marco Borriello makes it 4-1. And it's taken a little bit off the game. Bonucci to Ricardo Rodriguez, who's obviously been the main man today. 2 goals and an assist. Beats his man, plays it to Çalhanoğlu. Whistle anytime you want now, ref. Bonaventura. Out to Calabria. Is there another goal in this for us? It's squared. Rodriguez wants his hat-trick, but it is cleared. Montalivo now. Zaniolato. Calabria. Can he put another ball in? He drives it across. Merritt will get his gloves on it, and surely now we're over half a minute beyond the allotted time. There's the final whistle. 4-1. The perfect performance there from Rodriguez. And we'll have a little look at this league table before we tie up what was a fantastic day for us. Now we'll play the rest of the results first. We'll get the table fully fleshed out before we call this an episode, and what an episode, might I add. Bologna drawing away there at Lazio. Fiorentina drawing away at Verona. I think us and Juventus may start to pull away from the rest of the pack, which should be just fine, as Napoli draw 2-2 with Inter. If we have a look at the table here, Juventus with 36, ourselves with 32, with a game in hand over Juventus. 6 points clear of Bologna now, 6 points clear of Fiorentina, with a game in hand over Fiorentina too. We are 7 points clear of Udinese, 8 points clear of Atalanta. We are actually 9 clear of Napoli, and we have a game in hand over Napoli. Brilliant, excellent. I can't say anything more than that. What an episode. 2-0 over Juventus, 4-1 over Spal. Brilliant. Anything else to say would just be waffle at this point. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. If you didn't enjoy this one, then, well, frankly, you're not going to enjoy any more, because this is as good as it gets. Going up against your rivals for the title, being the underdogs in the game, and coming out with a strong 2-0 victory. Don't get me wrong, it was difficult. We didn't dominate, but a brilliant result. And to be frank, I blame it on their logo. I think if they still had their old logo, they would have beaten us. But with that thing, there's no way they're going to... I'm not going to lose to a team with that logo. Come on now, be serious. But no, in all seriousness, it was a great result for us, and then we showed a bit of our class against Spal. We've been a bit stop-start and inconsistent this season, so going out there and getting that victory was important for us after we beat Juventus. That's 4 wins on the trot now if you count that European game, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 7 wins out of our last 8 games. That is excellent. So I hope you've enjoyed the episode. As I say, drop down below, leave a like if you have, and if you would like to follow the series, then you can subscribe to the channel, of course, for which I would be eternally grateful. But mainly just thanks for watching the videos, and I'll see you next time when we take on Nice and Atalanta.